Okay. Welcome, everybody, to Comedy and Crumpets. That was Pat showcasing another talent. So please, donate a quarter or two. Let's keep that thing going. Let's enable that.
And we're off.
We're off.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dylan Mandlsohn, coming to you from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And this is Pat Treuer, coming to you from the mountains of Colorado, United States of America.
USA! USA!
That's right.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot to go over today. For those of you that are watching us again, thank you so much. This is our 5th time doing this show, Comedy and Crumpets. We still don't have any crumpets, but
no, that's why I brought the trumpet today. I thought, well, it sounds like a crumpet. It's a trumpet.
That's right. Comedy and trumpets. Okay. You know what? I just got that. That's not bad. That's not bad. And that's as funny as we're going to get, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks for saying that's not bad.
Yes, thanks. Are you still watching?
Funny.
Are you still here with us? Good.
This is it, everybody.
This is it. No, we have a lot. We have a lot to talk about today. There's lots that are going on in the news. We're going to discuss trending issues. And if you have any comments, questions, or anything that you want to say during this, please feel free to comment in right into us. We'll talk to you. We will. We're excited to hear from you.
And say whatever you want, as long as you be reasonable. But make fun of us.
Yeah, be reasonable.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, hey,
there
look
you
at
go.
that.
Okay, it's just me for now. Private show. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Kanabadab.
Let's just call him Bill. Call him Bill.
So that's a little that those letters are above my pay grade right there. But I'm sure it's a beautiful name.
Yeah, and please forgive us, person. Just to be respectful of any possible gender identity, we're going to call you Bill because we are not able to read that, and that's us.
Yes,
that's our fault. That's because I'm an idiot. Dylan's a smart guy. I
try to be. I fake it. I fake being smart really well.
What's the greatest fake out you've ever had or done?
We could be here for a while. Faking it. That's a great question. The greatest. God, I don't even know the answer to that question. The greatest fake out. Trying to maybe. I don't even know. I'll tell you the greatest fake out. I got it. The greatest fake out was that I graduated Teachers College. Can you believe that? Seriously, that's a true story. I am a certified teacher.
Yeah.
You are qualified to be frightened. Trouble reading already. Here we go, Scott. All right.
Cocky is how to be pronounced.
Cocky is how to be pronounced. Okay. I don't even really understand that sentence, but
it's I think I get it, and thanks for confirming that you are not a teacher, not by what you said at the first part, but just the 3 sentences that followed it.
Yeah. Believe it or not, everybody,
that's cocky Bill.
I'm a teacher. I educate the youth. Substitute teacher. I am a substitute teacher, and I substitute teach all grades, kindergarten to the 12th grade. Govern yourselves accordingly.
We've got a lot to talk about today, but we have a notable story from your teaching experiences.
Yeah, at times I remember my first day. Before I even became a teacher, in order to become one, you have to volunteer at schools. That's what Teachers College, they want to see on your application. And the very first grade that I volunteered for was the first grade. It was that. Now that's 6-year-olds. Now everybody knows that one 6-year-old is adorable. 30 of them are a killer gang.
Yeah.
I had no classroom management experience. I made the rookie mistake by making these kids laugh right away, because every beginning teacher just wants to be liked by their students.
Yeah.
So I walked in there and I started doing Barney the dinosaur impressions for these kids. Like, this was 15 years ago, 16 years ago, when Barney the dinosaur was huge. You remember Barney the dinosaur?
100%, buddy.
Yeah, so I walked
I
in
want
that
to see it.
classroom. I walked in there, didn't even introduce myself. Like, hi everyone, I'm Mr. Mandlsohn. I'll be with you. I'll be your substitute. It was just, hi kids, come sit around the magic circle. Let's sing a song. All right, ready? Yeah, these kids went nuts. They started screaming, jumping on desks, emptying crayon boxes. They're whipping chalk across the room, spraying glue on each other. So I panicked. I didn't know what to do. I saw this documentary the night before, so I started teaching these kids capital punishment.
Okay, terrific.
Yeah, it's true. I got a phone call from the principal later that day saying, Dylan, we have a mother at the school saying you taught our child capital punishment. I didn't even believe her until we read the child's journal and we read words like lethal injection. We didn't even know Chelsea knew how to spell that. I said, oh no, I had to write that on the board.
You're in Canada, so it's maple injection. Oh!
Yes. Hello.
Oh!
Yes,
Okay.
we give our criminals diabetes. That's what we do.
It's a slow, friendly death.
Yes, it's a slow, friendly, delicious, sweet death.
Okay, terrific. That's
where we are. Has anything this week come across your way? Anything? How was your week, Pat? Before we get into all this meat of the matter here.
Yeah, I appreciate you asking. Well, number one, I'm happy we got the new time slot for Comedy and Crumpets. So we might have some new viewers like Cocky Bill.
Yeah, Cocky Bill over here.
Okay, nailed it. Cocky Bill.
Thank you, Corn.
No, it's Cocky Bill.
Yeah, Cocky Bill. That's so beautifully American of you to. There's Cocky Bill.
Listen,
how you doing there, Cocky Bill?
I excel at insulting people without realizing it. Yeah.
Cocky Bill over there.
Yeah, that's a talent that I don't have.
So what happened to you, man? What happened to you this week? What's going on?
Well,
but wait, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm asking you questions and cutting you off immediately.
Yeah.
We do have a new time slot. We do have the new time slot.
We have new viewers.
And hopefully, yes, new viewers. Okay, no cutting off. I'd really like to know what happened to you this week. What's going on?
I'm in the mountains of Colorado. This is the Colorado flag. I'd like to point out the colors of the Colorado flag. You got blue for the blue sky. You got white for the snow. You got I was going to say orange, yellow for the sun, and the red for the iron in the soil, which makes the rocks red. Fun facts. This is Comedy and Crumpets, everybody. It's educational. If it's not funny, it's almost educational.
We know you're going to retain all of this. So that's
good. The week's been good, buddy. I'm in the mountains of Colorado. I've been taking some whitewater kayaking lessons, which has been fantastic. I tell you what, I do have a fresh story for you. And for viewers, I have a business where I run Zoom comedy shows for corporate entities, for companies. And yes, last night we had a show for a digital marketing company. Okay. And I debated before the show, should I tell the comedians the name of the company? And I go, yeah, just, to be like a more inclusive event, because we were coming on the tail end of this virtual event. One of the comedians I work with, who's a friend of mine and is always a safe bet, starts his set by saying, and give it up for the company's name, a digital marketing. I spent 30 minutes on your website, still can't tell you what you guys do. So you're doing a good job. And I was like, yeah, always a great start. and the face of the customer just went, it was the customer. So that was great. So I slept about an hour last night because I was thinking, well, business is over for me.
Well, do you mind? Are you able to say the name of the company?
I am not able to say the name due to the confidentiality of the top secret Zoom show.
Are you allowed to rhyme the name of the company? It sounds like Schmcdonald's.
Yeah, no. Okay. So, and beyond that, man, just been hiking every day, which has been terrific. A big part of life moving out back to Colorado, where I'm from, is just getting healthy again. I got fat in Chicago, right? I was eating deep dish. I was drinking a lot, and now I'm getting back to the healthy lifestyle, and it's fantastic. So happy to be home. How about you, buddy? What happened in the week?
Well, okay, so obviously I'm paying a lot of attention to the news. I'm being in Toronto, our big city. So you know who's, oh, here we go. Oh, Scott, similar to an Asian wet food market joke for a fundraiser that feeds the homeless. Thanks for that call back there, Scotty.
Why don't you tell everybody what happened there, Dylan?
Okay, so I made the mistake of opening a show online for your show. Pat here was doing a show for a wonderful cause, a fundraiser for a food drive,
a food pantry,
a food pantry. Okay, yeah. This is for people to raise money to feed people who are not economically inclined to necessarily feed themselves. So I decided to do the show.
Not economically inclined to feed themselves. They've lost their jobs. They've lost their jobs. They need food. There's this food pantry is demand went up 800%. They need money, and we did a fundraiser. And
thank you for correcting me. We're live, everybody. We're live. There's no take two.
No.
So I'm going to say things wrong. And speaking of saying things wrong, I opened with this. It's great to be here. For this food drive. All the proceeds of food that are donated are going to be coming from a wet Asian market, and that could not have been more inappropriate. Which I realized immediately after I said it.
And it was such a great joke. Key word, everybody watching, joke.
Yeah, it was
that I lost it. I couldn't stop laughing. Scott, our number one fan, said his fiance was on a work call in the other room. He was so loud laughing. His laughter was so loud. She came in to make sure he was okay.
Okay. Well, I can appreciate the one person that appreciated that joke. Comedy is just it's just so jumping out of an airplane without a parachute. It's just I just hope I stick the landing.
Yeah. I think this parachute I've never used before will work.
Yeah, honestly, the comedy is just jumping out of an airplane hoping you hit water. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, because this is probably not.
Okay. Hey, let's talk about the news. What have you been seeing?
So guess who was in the news? So rare. Meghan Markle. She's rarely in it. Got to be very confronting for her. So here's the thing that really kind of bothers me about this whole Meghan Markle situation, that she married a guy that looks just like me. And she met him in my city of Toronto. We were in swiping distance. Oh, it could have been me. And I really think it should have been me. She married my stunt double. And I think I love Meghan Markle. I love her. I think she is like the most beautiful person on the planet. And I just feel like I should have had a shot. I really do. Look, I know that, between the two of us, he's a giant prince of a huge country and comes from millions.
Yeah.
I own a condo. I do well. I'll bet you I'm funnier than him.
Yeah.
I'm just willing to say, if Meghan, if you're watching, and I would suspect that you are, if things should not go so great, honestly, I want a shot.
Isn't his grandma on your money?
Yes. Yep. Yes. So we'll have a piece of it. Okay. Honestly,
how did you not realize that?
Yeah, I have assets. I have a car. It's
let's revisit also that you
Civic,
said
2014 in good condition.
Oh, great! What color?
Yeah, I'm a happy guy. Yeah, it's color black because.
Oh yeah, no, I heard.
Sexy.
Yeah,
I like black.
Black Civics really do it. Listen, I want to address something. You said, I was in swiping distance. I imagine you in the future talking to your kids, and you're like, I once had a shot with her. They're like, really, Dad? What happened? I was on Tinder, and I saw her, and I swiped right. And you'll... And then what?
Yeah, well, so far in that story, I'm lying. So far, all I could say is I was on Tinder. She was not. It was just me on there. But yeah, but no, I'm not, and I, and I'm not even. But maybe I was at the time. I can't remember when they met.
Oh, the sweats are beginning. Here we go again.
Is it hot here?
Yeah. So you own a condo without air conditioning.
Yeah. Could you not, Pat? I'm trying to make a case here for Meghan Markle. The things Meghan is ready to do just to make you jealous, right?
That's right, Cocky Bill.
I think he's on our side. If I'm
Cocky Bill's 100% on our side.
Cocky Bill, man. Cocky Bill.
Okay, what else do you see?
So this is crazy. See if you can do the math on this. This is a show that's coming on the TLC network. A husband has become pregnant.
Wow.
Let that sit with you for a second. Can you figure that out? A husband has become pregnant. Can you guess how that happened?
Magic,
yeah. Or a woman who has transitioned into a man has become pregnant. Isn't that amazing? Like, I just think this is women showing off. Like, there's no other thing. Women, could you just pretend that you need us? Could you just pretend that you can't do everything? Like, just leave a little something for us. We are becoming obsolete. Do you realize that? That's what's happening right now. Women, like, women are literally going to, like, they're going to realize we can become men and still have babies. That, like, yes, they still need our sperm, but, like, they're just going to keep the LeBron Jameses around, the Tom Brady's, all those soccer players. You think you and I have a chance?
No shot.
Do you know how good we're going to have to make this show in order for women to be like, okay, fine, we'll keep comedy and crumpets around? It's not. You know what I mean?
I can't even get my girlfriend to watch it. Yeah,
I know.
I know.
This is pretty bad.
God, it
scared me when I read that article. Like, husband becomes pregnant. I'm like, great.
Right.
What the heck else do we have to offer women now? Anyway,
well, so gender's a societal construct, buddy. You know, it's
tough.
Listen, I grew up with the name Pat. Saturday Night Live had a very famous sketch for a long time. It was like, "It's Pat. Is it a boy or a girl?" And at the time, the society around me, aka first graders and kindergartners, would constantly torment me with that, "Are you a boy or a girl?" And at the time, that was like the worst thing, right? And I remember being like, "I'm a boy, stop it," and it was a great, it was like, did you ever see that?
Well, yes, I did. Originally a Saturday Night Live character, very funny.
Yeah.
But I think that because women can walk around with masculine names. I dated a girl named Jordan.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm doing.
That's a tough name. That's a tough name to be intimate with for me. We had to keep the lights on. I didn't want to be in the dark going, "Oh my God, Jordan."
Right.
You know what freaked me out? I just went, "Yes." What's the matter, baby? Just keep the lights on, please.
Yeah. Thanks, man. That's my girlfriend's name, and that's all I'm going to think of. So that's great.
I know that is actually Pat's girlfriend's name. Everybody, it's Jordan.
Yeah.
But she's a beautiful, a beautiful woman who has, bears a very masculine name.
Yeah.
Well, what are you, Pat? Still curious myself. Here we go, Scott.
There we go. That. Well,
yeah. I think Scott's one of the two old men in the balcony, but one of those Muppets. Where do we come here? This is terrible. Boo! Boo!
What are you? Too bad. Yeah. What? Gosh darn it! Who killed Abraham Lincoln? Oh,
Marcia sounds better. Yes, Marcia sounds a lot better. Now that is a wonderful, wonderful woman's name.
Marcia Stephanie. What a beautiful name, by the way.
That's terrific. 2 women's first names.
Doubling up
Marcia
power
Stephanie.
Names all the way. We give that the old.
There you go. That is wonderful.
All right, moving along. Next news story.
Did you hear it? So I read this, that some guy was outraged, completely outraged, because he ordered a pizza from a pizza joint and they put strawberries on his pizza.
Oh,
this made the news.
That's some groundbreaking stuff, right?
Isn't that groundbreaking? What's next? Carrots on my ice cream? You stop it.
What's your favorite pizza topping? Or
okay, this is my favorite pizza topping, and I really urge people to try this. It's really amazing. My favorite pizza topping is pepperoni, roasted garlic, mushrooms, onions, pineapple, and extra cheese. Wow. I call it the makeout special. Yeah. It's gorgeous. I'm telling you, it's gorgeous.
This is what comedy and Crumpets has come from. We go from talking about news to two dudes talking about pizza toppings.
Yes, pizza toppings. My mom literally just texted me right now. You couldn't see it. She goes, "Are you on the air now?" Yes, Mom. Thanks for being.
Oh, Mrs. Mandlsohn.
Yeah.
Gosh, Mrs. Mandlsohn, she's our guiding light.
Yeah, really. I feel like there's just some people that just go through life like this. What's happening? What's going on? Sweetie, I don't know. I can't see.
I know. Good luck. The highlight of your life.
Yeah.
Okay. Next news story.
Okay, so this was crazy. In California, I don't know if you heard this, but a woman coughed on a 1-year-old because she thought that this mother and 1-year-old were standing too close to her in a line. So what compelled this woman to do is to cough on this 1-year-old kid, and now she has been arrested for this.
Oh boy.
Yeah, isn't that nuts? What's Scotty saying there? Clearly, Trumpet had stayed off this platform. Look at the scorn on his face next time you play it back. Okay, thanks, Scott. Very observant. Appreciate you, buddy.
Keep them coming.
Yeah.
Listen, this is ridiculous. If you're gonna cough on someone, clearly it's the adult you got to cough on, not a baby.
Yeah, listen, it's not the baby.
Pre-COVID, you don't do that. Now, post-COVID, it's even worse.
We're at a place now where a cough has become a lethal weapon.
Right?
You believe that?
Yeah, I mean,
like a group of terrorists could take over an airplane with bad allergies. It's terrible. Like I said, I will sneeze.
Serial killers just go around coughing into HVAC systems.
And this woman she's going to jail. She's going to be sharing a cell with someone. You know the standard conversation. What are you in for? Well, I caught my husband cheating, so I stabbed him. You coughed on a kid.
I coughed on a baby.
Coughed on a baby.
When the whole I was in Chicago when COVID erupted. When it came to get its shining spot in the world, and I rode the train, which is I hate so much. And if people were getting too close to me, I would definitely fake cough just to get them to back off a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I would
100%.
Yeah. I am less concerned to fart than cough. Okay. Well, thanks there.
Cocky Bill.
Thanks there, Cocky Bill. That's good.
Okay.
That's good. Less concerned to fart than cough. You guys don't always have to write in. You guys can keep some of that stuff to yourself.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm more concerned.
Yeah, this is starting to turn into a bit of a meeting, I think, for a lot of people.
I agree. Yeah, next up on the webinar, we'll be bringing.
Yeah, we'll be like, and so exactly, and how was your week, and how are you feeling today? What's happening? Talk to me. Are you doing the steps? Hanging in with the big guy.
Okay. Are you all right? Okay. Yeah. All right. Cough the baby. You know something? You doing that voice? You reminded me of a story here that I really just made me so angry. The president of the United States of America. I hate saying his name. I hate saying that he's the president. Is concerned about portraying an image of strength at his rally. Right. So he did a rally in Tulsa, which, oh my goodness, right? Just you're going to hold a rally indoors with people, thousands of people, to show strength. First of all, he's a fat heap of shit. Okay, and then
tell us how you really feel there.
Yeah, how do you portray strength when you look like that? All right, like the only thing I think is maybe some funhouse mirrors around the stage. I don't understand. I don't understand. I want everybody to know, listen, everyone abroad, we're in the UK right now. We're not on board with this. We're not on board in the States. Like people who know how to read and write, we're not on board. People that don't know how to read and write, they are on board. You know what? And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's a product of the environment they were brought up with, most of them. But listen, the rest of us, we're not on board. We're not happy. We're not happy at all. Okay.
But you heard what happened at that rally, right?
Oh, the TikTokers taking over the ticket sales?
Well, it wasn't. It was also a group of what are they calling K-pop?
The K-poppers,
the K-poppers, right?
Korean pop.
This is a group of I want to say, and I could be not completely accurate about this, but a group of Korean like people that are into Korean pop music and Korean pop artists. So
K-pop.
they bought up a lot of the tickets to the rally or signed into them.
There's a 19,000 person arena, and this group got all these tickets, so there was a ton of empty seats. It's amazing. So it's amazing.
They got them in for the purpose of not showing up.
Yes.
Therefore, making Trump look like he's not selling out anymore.
Yeah.
You know? Trump is unfortunately turning into Diana Ross.
Trump.
No offense, Diana Ross, I love you.
Love the Ross.
It just happens, right? Sometimes you don't sell out. But in this case,
like a Bob Dylan concert.
Crumpets, we love Diana Ross. You suck. We want something free.
Yeah, I love Diana Ross. One of the first concerts my mom ever took me to.
Well, she's only talented and gorgeous. Who could want to be anything more? But that apparently that it worked. So the K-poppers they threw out the message to everybody, but then deleted their messages so that it didn't get detected.
Would not catch on. Yes.
So it sounds like there's a big movement to get Trump out. Who knows? I wonder what the Vegas odds are on this upcoming election.
Oh man, it's just we need Joe Biden to survive. First off, I mean, every time he's a much better option, but every time you talk, you're concerned that he's like having a stroke mid-sentence. Listen, the play for Biden is to select a good VP and just hand over the reins as soon as he gets elected to resign for health. That's the only play. That's the only way it's happening. You heard it here on Comedy and Crumpets with dipshit who can't even play a plastic trumpet.
Yeah, well, come on now. We got to credit you somehow so people will follow the trumpet. You might have to be the Pied Piper on this one, man.
I would like to just talk, about the trumpet for a second. Now, for our viewers, I started it when quarantine shelter in place first happened. I started a show on Instagram Live, and that's how Dylan and I met. It's called Comedians in Quarantine Having Cocktails. And I thought I had this thing lying around. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just do this as a stupid thing. The trumpet gets way more attention and applause than I do. That's which is appropriate.
Can this is another thing in the news that I wanted to talk about, that parents are naming their children Corona.
Oh gosh.
Can you believe that? Parents, what are you doing?
What are you
doing? Name your kid after this terrible disease? This kid is not going to have a chance. How can you say his name or her name without thinking about this disaster that's happening? You imagine that kindergarten class? Yeah, I've got you seated over there, Corona. Yeah, 6 feet away from everyone else. Okay. Yeah, just a little bit away from gonorrhea.
These are my kids. This is Corona. This is disaster, and this is didn't want this one.
Yes. Right over there, syphilis. Yeah, just right next to there. Thank you. Is this present for me? Thank you, Bluebonic. Like I don't understand. Like, parents, what are you doing? There's just some people that shouldn't be parents. So there's no qualification.
100%, man. 100 like us.
Yeah. I do not qualify myself as a parent. I don't believe I've read enough books, taken enough courses, volunteered. It's only the most important job on the planet.
Yeah.
And no one has done any homework before having a kid.
No.
But isn't that insane? Like, can you imagine if your dentist did as much homework on being a dentist as your parents did having you? So what inspired you to fill in people's teeth and clean them? Well, I just felt like it was my time to do this.
Well, it makes me ejaculate in my pants every time I do.
Oh my God. Well, we all have our kinks, but some people it's whips and chains. For Pat, he likes to throw in a filling every now and again.
Jay. That's a filling.
He likes to block cavities. It really turns him on. Yeah.
They got a great new teeth whitener.
Yeah. Boy, you give him a little pack of toothpaste at the end of a visit. And,
Boy, this is a weird tasting fluoride. Sure is.
Okay.
Okay, and Pat goes right to the sex jokes. Well, that's terrific.
That's great.
All right.
Can
Dragon
you tell
Slayer.
me a joke? Wow. Okay, so here's a guy that hasn't laughed once. Thank you, Dragon Slayer. The second. Dragon Slayer the second. Thanks, buddy. There's a family that's really trying to start a legend right there. We got Dragon Slayer the second.
Yeah. Well, no,
That's
just the two. Just the two.
You know what you're naming your son.
Yeah.
The third. Dragon Slayer the third.
Well, the three.
Yeah.
When someone comes up to you when you say you're a comedian and you get the tell me a joke or are you funny? What's your response? Do you have a go-to?
You know what, man? It's different every time. My buddy, I got a comedian friend, Patrick Hay, who has the greatest response for this too. He goes, so Patrick Hay, he's so when he's asked to do this joke, I have to quote him. It's just so perfect. He goes, so you want me to tell you a joke so that I prove to you that I'm a funny comedian? And they often go, yeah. And he goes, well, I also dabble in gynecology. Yeah. Okay. So if you need me to show you that. Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was funnier.
Yeah, that's clear.
Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Patrick Hay. He's an amazing comedian.
Yeah, and Dragon Slayer the two. Thanks for prompting that.
Yeah. Thanks for prompting. That's great.
I go with, just before we move on to the next story, I go with, if it's like they ask me and it's a Monday, I say I'm only funny on Tuesdays. That's it.
You're only funny on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Just whatever day it's not. And then it's time to move on. Yeah.
That's cool. Is today a Wednesday? Oh, you're gonna have to wait a week.
Yeah. Okay. Next story.
So this might be of big interest here. People, and I read this in the news. This can COVID be spread by sex?
Oh boy.
Can you get COVID by doing it? And doctors are saying not necessarily through intercourse.
Right.
Okay, so that's a big thing. There's actually 4 points that doctors are saying that they recommend for having safe sex. In COVID, it says only have sex with people close to you. Now, I know I'm sure a lot of you might be. Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I would imagine that after hearing you having sex with people you're only close to, you're thinking, well, I'm only around family. We here at Comedy and Crumpets aren't here to judge. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
We as long as it's consensual.
And what a statement, because it's a logistical necessity.
In a matter of speaking.
Yeah. Okay.
This is avoid kissing anyone who's not in your small circle. I think we need to identify the size. My small circle consists of anybody who's willing to kiss me. So
pretty small.
It's pretty small.
Okay, keep going.
Number 3 is skip sex if your partner isn't feeling well. Not tonight, honey. I have COVID.
I got the VID.
And the 4th one is wear a mask, which is fun because not only do you get to have sex, but you also get to guess who you're having sex with, because you never know.
I like to talk about what an idiot I am for a second. So when when it hit and we were learning more information, and it was, okay, if you're exposed to it, you got to self-isolate 14 days, right? Yeah. So in my younger days, I was reckless. I was partying a lot, and I would have a lot of reckless sex, make terrible decisions. And I'm super paranoid because I went to Catholic school growing up, private Catholic school. So sex education was a scare tactic of anything, right? Like I was told I was going to go to hell if I did certain things. So anything happens on my body, like in the general area of the sexual organs, like an ingrown hair, I've gone to the doctor 5 times. That's not an exaggeration. 5 times for an ingrown hair, thinking it was something bad, right? So I would go on these benders and have relations, and then I immediately go to get the rapid STD tech. Right. And then I'm so upset with myself, I would isolate for 3 weeks by myself. So when I was like, COVID, 2 weeks, I'm going to cough. That's a breeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got Dave the Dave. Hi there. I think a joke will be nice trying not to think about COVID at the moment. Well, Dave, we're about to ramp up the COVID talk. So
think about COVID ATM. I didn't even realize at the moment. I was like,
this might be a good time for you, Dave, to turn on Netflix and
Dave, we appreciate your comment, and we're all for trying to provide a distraction, man, but this might not be the show for you, bud.
This might not be, and I'll tell you why.
We're chasing away our one viewer.
I think this is, now, obviously, I would say the majority of our viewers, I'm assuming, are from England, and there was a major incident in the UK, of thousands cramming into the beach, just going to the beaches, because obviously it's what, 35 degrees Celsius, which is what, 98, 99 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's
hot. So everyone flooded to the beach. Just, all right, I suppose. Oh, why did the chicken cross the playground? Mom, my mom, everybody. Mom,
Fran Mandlsohn, the star of the show, everybody.
Yeah, here we go. It's all about you, Mom.
Well, what's the answer?
Mom, what's the answer? Here we go. Dave the Dave, I hope you're listening. My mom just came to your rescue. What do we got? What's the answer, Mom? Mom, are you there, Mom? Okay.
Yeah, no.
She'll come back. She probably forgot she even started telling a joke.
Where did you buy
that top?
Well,
you know what? I didn't realize the Dragon Slayer was quite the aficionado.
I tell you what, it's the many sides of Dragon Slayer the 2. Listen, let's not judge a person by their screen
I'm gonna slay this dragon, but before I do, where did you buy that top?
I'm gonna tell you what, I think we're talking about this one, my friend. And look at this. It's a nice skier going down the bumps in the mountains. It's a Grateful Dead shirt. I got it in Breckenridge, Colorado.
Wow.
And
that's a
This is how I dress normally, not just for the show. My girlfriend asks, "Have you always dressed like this?"
Dragon the Slayer, are you anywhere near Colorado?
Probably not.
Figure we'll get an answer to that soon.
Yeah.
Why did the chicken cross the playground? Okay, Mom, you already wrote that. You already wrote that. Oh, to get to the other slide. Thanks, Mom. Thank you.
Hey, like to compliment you on reading that correctly.
Yes, that's probably all the credit that joke's gonna get, really. But thanks, Mom.
Turns out she pulled it from one of your first notebooks that you wrote.
Yeah, one of my first.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so the UK has opened the beaches, and because it's so hot, let's get back to that.
So everyone is just ignoring Corona. They're just, Fran better not write too much or she's going to eat up Dylan's bandwidth. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's good. Let's just all pile on, everybody. That's yay. Scotty, Mom, thanks for heckling.
Hey, everybody, we're dumping on Dylan.
Yeah, it's dump on Dylan hour.
Oh my God! That reminds me, I had a neighborhood bully.
Better not. Okay. All right. So this was crazy. This was a little nutty. I've read this in the news that I don't know if you heard this. This is in your country, in Wisconsin. They're having a COVID herd immunity festival. Have you heard about this?
No.
This is a music festival that the idea behind it is that everyone's going to come to this festival to get COVID.
Yeah.
Now, now, if I could just speak to my fellow Americans here, I'm just an old country boy from Tennessee, and I was just doing a little bit of thinking. And I know thinking ain't exactly our sport, but I was just thinking that maybe it's a stunningly terrible idea. See?
Anytime someone with a Southern accent says it's a terrible idea, you know it's even worse.
Yeah, you realize, this is bad. Everyone going to this concert thinks that just they're going to get it, that they're not going to then, go home and give it to other people.
Yeah.
And just so if you know, it's a premeditated thing. So if you do give it to someone else and to die, you could be labeled a murderer.
Think about how many babies named Corona are going to be a result of that festival.
Yeah, I know.
When is it? I might have to check it out for the show. Maybe I'll do a live podcast for the show.
Where does it say here? It doesn't. I haven't gotten the date
Dragon Slayer the 2 says Wales.
Wales. He's from Wales. The Dragon Slayer the 2. There we are. Some Dungeons and Dragons.
He's a Welshman.
Things are starting to make a lot of sense now.
I don't know why I did that.
Here? I don't know the date for this thing. May 13th.
Oh,
I believe it was
May 13th of 2021.
No, yeah. How was that? No, that can't be the right date. I don't know. Anyway, it's. I urge everyone not to look it up. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I just really hope that doesn't happen. That is not the greatest idea, according to this observer. Yeah.
And I think you hoping it's not going to happen will really put a stop to it.
Yeah.
Hey, we're at the 5-minute mark, so I think it's time for some fun facts.
Oh, fun fact. Anybody that goes to that concert's an idiot. That's a fun fact. Let me see here.
Colin's back. Colin Mayhew. Now I understand the apple didn't fall from the tree, Dylan.
Oh, thank you. Thank you kindly, Colin. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. It's Colin A. Mayhew, everyone. Throwing in his 2 cents.
Dave
with DDA. Did you just fall on your keyboard there, big guy? What happened there? David Nos with DDA. Okay.
I think he just fell asleep, and that's his forehead.
You thrown an eye chart at us there, big guy. What's going on?
Here's a fun fact. Dave fell asleep during our show. It's like
he's snoring on his keyboard right now.
Why
is your name Comedy and Crumpets when you don't tell jokes? Okay. All right, here we go. Let's wind it up. Let's get taking the gloves off. Here we are. Slap in the face. There we are. Dragon Slayer 2.
Well, Dragon Slayer 2, apparently you failed to mention that we don't even know what a crumpet is. We never had one. So right on the mark, buddy. Great job.
Yeah, Crumpets was for you.
Yeah, and also, how many dragons have you slayed in real life? Okay.
Good evening in Welsh. Yes, thank you, Dave the Dave. Yes,
just kidding.
Dave the Dave, thank you kindly. Yes, good evening in Welsh. Also, my favorite grape juice.
God, it's getting worse.
Yeah, I know.
What do you guys call it? Comedy and Crumpets when you don't tell each other. You know,
I swear at the end of that he was gonna say, why do you call it Comedy and Crumpets without any crumpets?
Right. Yeah. Well, because we got a trumpet.
It went the other way. Yeah, it went the other way. Yeah, the trumpet saved us.
That's for you, Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, there we are. And we'd like to thank all 3 viewers for tuning in.
Thank you.
Dragon needs a fire hose. You hear that, Dragon? That's
Dylan's
my
mom coming at you.
She's witty. She's gotta watch out.
She's the star of this show. We appreciate you watching Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, the Queen Bee, as we call her in our family. She stings.
All right.
Did you know that bees sometimes sting each other when they're having sex? Did you know that? That's a fun fact. Bees will actually sting each other sometimes while they're having sex. Those are just like the kinky bees. That's like, sting me, baby.
Yeah. Can you sing a song? Dylan, I believe
can you sing a song?
Yeah.
How bad do you hate this show, Dragon Slayer 2? Seriously, like, like, what is it, dude? What do we got to learn a card trick for you? Like, you know what I mean? Something. Come on. Wasting my time here. I can't. There's nothing funny going on.
Nothing funny about this.
This is unbelievable. This is. Sing a song. Is there a limerick? Can you make your thumb disappear? Let's go.
Great vocab. Okay. We're at 2 minutes. We got the 2-minute light.
Okay. Well, 2 minutes. I'll be honest with you, man. That is a lot of the stuff that I wanted to chat about. Do you know the definition of the word weenus? I don't know, man. Is that the name of your beard? I can't tell, Colin. Do you know what a weenus is? That's how I figure Colin speaks. Just one of those brute men. Where's the war? Weenus. I think now, if I'm not mistaken, is this part of your body, this elbow part, that's called your weenus? Is that right,
your
Colin?
Weenus, man. Yeah.
Is that your weenus? Am I right about that there, Big C? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. So yeah, at this point, welcome to just killing time on Comedy and Crumpets, everybody. We're dancing bears at this point.
Well, the one rule of comedy is always finish strong, and we are not rule followers. That's
a card trick. Yes,
card trick.
Thank you, Dragon Slayer 2. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. Think of a card. And
I won't ask you what it is.
and I won't care what it is.
Whatever it is, just leave me alone. Oh, no, this is our time, man. What would you like to close with?
Well, you know what? First of all, we would like to thank everybody for tuning in, and we do appreciate all the comments. We're having just as much fun as you as we think you might be having.
Well, let's shout out to everybody. We got Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, Dragon, it's over, man.
What song
it's
are you
over,
gonna
Big D?
Well, we're gonna sing the song of everybody who watched. Dragon Slayer the 2, Scott V, Weenus, Mr. Weenus. Don't forget about the Weenus and Cocky Bill. Cocky Bill, Dragon Slayer 2, Mr. Weenus, and our star of the show, Fran Mandlsohn.
It's a great song. If you guys want to follow us, I'm at Dylan Comic. Follow Pat here at Real Funny Pat.
Yeah, don't expect much.
Expect much. We're good. This is good.
We're going to be on next week. Same Comedy and Crumpets time.
Yes, we'll be back here next week for our 6th rendition of the show.
9
we really
PM
do
in the
thank
UK.
everybody watching. Colin A. Mayhew. Oh, I love the beard, baby. Just keep that baby growing. Yes.
Colin and the
Weenus.
Weenus.
Human.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sing a song. All right, now we've just become sort of novelty item. That's the cue. That's the cue. Well, buddy, I had a great time as always.
I did too, man.
And everybody, thank you again, everybody, for watching. It was a lot of fun.
Have a great weekend. Stay safe and stay away from concerts, everybody. We're not ready yet. We're not ready yet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the show. Thank you very much for watching.
See you next week.